This is the case study for AT&T and the golf tournament they put on. The promotional areas that I found most effective were in-store signage. To begin with, when you walk into a store, it's difficult to ignore the signage if it's placed in the right area, and if it's throughout the store, as you go throughout the store, the repetition will make an imprint on your mind. Signs around the city also work off repetition if you're going to more than one place, but they compete with other signs. Now, the ads in magazines or whatever, those are nice, but a lot of times you kind of expect those and you don't really pay attention to them. I know when I read a magazine, I just kind of flip through. I don't really look at the ads. The additional opportunities that they could have used was number one, mobile apps, mobile apps, mobile apps. They create convenience and they create interest for people who are just browsing through app stores. You may look up golf apps and see a tournament app that lets you know about upcoming tournaments, so maybe they could have created something in that respect. Also, many brands use Twitter to update clients and customers about giveaways and special events, so any Twitter followers that AT&T had could know before anybody else about any of their tournaments that they have going on, giveaways, events, discounts, all of those things. And college campuses are great too because there are always going to be somebody who needs to work on their promotion skills, people who maybe need to make a few extra bucks. You can set up some promotion teams off campus and send them out with your information. So AT&T definitely could have done that. The win-win strategy was, number one, the golf tournament received exposure, and even those people who didn't win by taking the quiz were still interested in the tournament and perhaps purchased tickets. Sports sites benefited because they got the additional revenue from the ads. AT&T received contact information from potential customers who gave out their email, maybe their phone number. They could have found out whether or not they were happy with whatever service provider they had at the time. The fans, number one, they got that boost of self-esteem. Golf fans love to show off their knowledge, and if they excelled at the quiz, instantly they feel like they just know so much more about golf, and they were excited about the opportunity working with a professional golfer, maybe picking up some skills while they caddied, and would also have an exceptional story to tell their friends if they won. My vision for the project going forward, number one, must acknowledge spouses. People tend to forget about spouses. Sometimes people can't go to games because the spouse isn't supportive. Maybe they want them to stay home and spend time with me, or they just don't want them to go off. They think they're going to be bored at home. So if they address these issues and they research, find out what magazines the wives and husbands of these sports fans are interested in, maybe find out what activities they want to do, and then offer those activities, then the spouses might say, hey, you should go to that. And in fact, I think I'm going to go with you. And then there's no protest, and you have twice as many people coming to your event because you don't just have the fan who's got the okay from the spouse, you have the spouse there as well. And maybe even offer some couples golf lessons. They can rekindle their romance and work together, learn more about golf. It promotes golf tournaments, so maybe you're creating a fan at some level, a spectator, maybe a fan, and then when you have another golf tournament, that person remembers how much fun they had learning about golf and comes back. Thank you. That's my presentation.